We made it.
We are here.
Who could not be more excited for Game 5? I'm thrilled. Can't wait.
Why the sarcasm?
I want to play a real team.
You sound like the rest of the media. You sound like the worst.
Can't complain about who's in front. I mean, you can only play who's in front of you, but it's like it doesn't feel like the playoff shit. I know you guys kind of talked about it with the first couple games, and the energy in the building was not what it usually is.
In Eastern Conference Finals against the Knicks, we'll change that. That'll perk the crowd right up.
They'll get them. They'll get them ramped up.
What's going on, Eli?
Hello, everybody. Andrew's ready. Andrew's very ready.
There are 1,600 people ahead of me.
That's pretty good. That's
Yeah?
really good. Yeah.
The Mohegan Sun, though. It's not at like Fenway.
Nah, still, that's really good. How many people are sitting in Mohegan Sun? Like 10,000, 20,000?
I don't know.
Not 20. I'd be surprised.
No,
Sun,
it's not the Garden.
It's 10,000. So if you only have 2,000 people in front of you, that's really good.
All right.
You getting these tickets on the live stream would be electric.
Like when I got Noah Khan tickets, which I know is Fenway and is bigger, like they were like 5,000, 6,000 people in front of me, and I still got it. So
what about the day you had to do the Taylor Swift tickets?
I only had like 3,000 people in front of me. Grace had 24,000 people in front of her. So that is why I got the tickets. So 1,600. Yeah, 1,600 is really good.
There's my wallet in case I need to put my area.
Whoa. Let's not go that far, Timo. Let's come on now. Watch yourself.
Starts with the equipment manager. Equipment manager fumbled the bag today.
I do say I would see that and be shook.
I don't like it.
Is black better than green at home, or is it equally as?
It's equally as bad.
Okay.
There's one jersey for home.
Haven't they won wearing black at home already?
They have, but they would have won by more.
That's not how that works. Didn't they lose? Didn't they lose wearing white at home?
That was game 2. Game 2 was inevitable.
Also,
haven't they lost? Go ahead, Bobby.
You tried to get on the Cavs for Game 7 at home because they didn't wear white, and that worked out pretty well against Orlando.
They probably wouldn't have went down by 18 if they wore white. They would have won in a blowout. Fans.
So wait, haven't the Celtics lost an equal amount of home games this playoffs wearing white and wearing colored jerseys?
Well, you see, if they played game 2, this game 2 was one of the worst games I've ever seen. Right?
Always moving the goalposts.
But had they worn a different jersey, it would have been much worse.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
They would have lost by 45.
So their worst home loss of the season would have been even worse. That's the angle.
Was that the worst one? I feel like the Clippers.
I'm pretty sure.
Worse.
No, the Clippers was less than 20.
Yeah, and also just the context of it.
I'm telling you, whatever happened would have been worse had they dressed inappropriately.
It's almost like it doesn't matter.
If anything, what I'm
never won a championship wearing green at home or white on the road. Never happened.
What I'm hearing is this needs to turn into a column where you're tracking it, what they wore, how they did. What it
no,
like.
Don't, Bobby. Don't encourage it, please.
Jack, it needs to be a new piece.
Don't encourage it, please. It's too much already.
The 2-for-1 took years off his life too.
Because I was right the whole time. And it took you writing 3,000 words to finally admit it.
You were like partially right. You were right in the sense that the math works out, but it doesn't mean they handle it the best.
That was as much as you were going to get, Jack.
Whatever.
Down to 6.
Whatever. Hello, Pete. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. What's up, Rui? Hello.
The whole game.
Denver is very back. Anyone who
I almost bet
out
on
was
them
crazy.
after game 2.
Yeah, it's insane to count them out after they went down 0-2. I mean, the defending champions with the best player in the world, and it's Minnesota. It's not like they were going to go in there and be shook.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark did have a double-double last night. She struggled, man. They did
Our
not make her
Connecticut
first game
Sun.
easy.
New England's team put her in her place right away.
That they did. But anyways, hello everybody. We're here after or in between, I suppose, Celtics Cavs game 4 and 5. Celtics up 3-1 in the series. Won game 1, lost game 2, won games 3 and 4, just like they did the last series against the Heat. My question is, Bobby, and this is the title of the stream: was game 4 more encouraging or concerning to you?
Honestly, I think it was more concerning. Now, it might not carry over to a round against the Knicks or whoever they were to see if they make the finals, but it's still that consistent Celtics, one of their bad habits of it's just a surprise that their first crunch time test this postseason came against a Cleveland team that didn't have Donovan Mitchell or Jared Allen. We all understand that these are the best basketball players in the world. So when on Cleveland's side, they come in knowing they're going to get more shots and more touches and what that does for confidence and the ability to be aggressive, plus kind of playing with house money, given the reality of expectations between them and Boston. Still, the approach was not the same as it would have been, let's say, if they had lost game 3, regardless of Mitchell's status. And that's where you'd like to see the Celtics be more consistent. And what is often a problem for them when they lose games in the playoffs, like these game 2s to Miami and now the Cavaliers.
This feels like an ESPN segment. When you read the title out loud, I just pictured myself sitting next to Stephen A. and he was about to scream at me. No, I thought it was actually semi-encouraging. I know we've talked about this, Jack, and the Celtics kind of got thrown off their rhythm, didn't shoot as many threes in this game, and they had to play a different style offense, and they still managed to win. There are parts of this game that I hated. Obviously, I hate when they blow a lead. I hate when it's close when it doesn't have to be. But they did a decent job of pumping the brakes when it got to the final minutes. They outscored the Cavs, I believe, ended up winning by 9 after and had it cut to 5. So they did a pretty good job of just slowing down. Tatum took a mismatch off a pick, got Brown open for a 3, despite the official trying to defend him. And then they iced the game. But I do like that they were able to win in a different style, because we talked a lot about this season. You know, if they play the way they played in game 4, they usually don't win. They won in a playoff game. And yes, Donovan Mitchell didn't play, but everybody else kind of had it going for the Cavs. Like, you had an actual good scoring output from Darius Garland, who had been nothing all series. The other guys stepped up for Cleveland too. My two guys, Strus and LeVert, who I can't stand, had decent games. Cleveland wasn't efficient, but, you know, they still gave you a good run for your money.
I'm glad that this happened. I'm glad they found a way to win without hitting threes. I also think they got a little lucky, because for as solid as the defense was in the fourth quarter, the Cavs also missed a lot of shots that they could have made. And the Celtics offense looked absolutely horrible. And I don't like that the Cavs were able to so easily take them out of the offensive play style that has worked all season. I mean, we can watch the Celtics or just look at their shot profile. 6 of 17 and 2 of 7 in the fourth quarter. The Cavs got off 7 more shots and 6 more threes in the fourth quarter alone, in a game where the Celtics were trying to hang on. Like, this is not a game you win 50% of the time, more than 50% of the time. And while it's impressive that the Celtics did manage to win it, it's also concerning that they so easily complied with how the Cavs wanted them to play. Did they take them out, or was Al just missing open shots? Al missed some open shots, but like, so far we've seen 2 tough Tatum mid-range buckets, which he made, so that's a good thing. Like, it's a positive that he made them. But I'll put us back to the other screen so we're not blocking the score. We've seen 2 Tatum step back middies and a Drew Holiday step back 3, which are fine, sure. They made 3 tough shots. Tatum takes another tough shot, misses it, and now they're about to not score for 5 minutes. Now they're about to not have a field goal for 5 minutes after, I think, this bucket. Jaylen Brown hits a tough fadeaway. And then from the 7:45 minute mark to the 2:49 minute mark, they don't make a shot. They do not make a basket in a close basketball game. What happens? What happens to this offense? Why are we running a Pritchard pick and roll to get him a jumper at the free throw line? That I don't has he taken that shot all season? Has Peyton Pritchard taken a free throw midi all season? Tatum takes a step back against Evan Mobley. The offensive profile just was not good. I think the Cavs did a good job of chasing them off the 3-point line. This is
That's a good possession.
Yes, this is, to Timo's point, a good possession. Horford just couldn't hit the side of a barn in this one, which I don't think will happen consistently. So credit to the Celtics for finding some light at the end of the tunnel with those possessions. But then you get here, last second shot clock, forced to jack up a corner three. Like it just felt like they didn't work hard enough to play the style of basketball that they are good at, and clearly could, because they were getting some of these open shots. Derek White takes a little step back three here. He couldn't find it in this game again. It's just tough, man. And I like Tatum's aggressiveness there. He just got stripped, but that's their first bucket in over 5 minutes, and that's their last field goal of the game. Like, it's tough. It's tough, man.
Yeah, I mean, offensively, I think the best barometer for this team, it starts with pace, and then how much of the shot clock are they giving themselves? And the pace was not good. And there is a tendency, of course, as the game, there's less time on the clock, then you tend to slow things down. But for the Celtics, it really is to their detriment. Now, we talk all the time about, hey, we don't want it to be a lot of Tatum and a little bit of everyone else, and things can get stagnant, especially off the ball. This wasn't the problem on Monday in game 4, but still the reality is you look at some of those individual defenders, and obviously it's a team concept, but I mean, Max Strus, Karis LeVert, some of those possessions, Tatum's got Tristan Bleeping Thompson on him in 2024. Like, it should have looked better. Credit to the Cavaliers for how much heart they showed, but the resistance was surprising, and the Celtics, quite frankly, should have been able to do better.
I'm buying the tickets. Sorry.
It's just, I don't like how easily they were taken out of their rhythm. Their offense was really bad all night from the start. They only took 32 threes. It doesn't make any sense how they weren't able to get more good threes, and the threes they did get, most of them were rough. I just, you don't win that game many times, and I'm not confident the Cavs are going to be able to play the same free-flowing style of offense that they had, because I do think the Celtics will adjust, and I do think the Celtics will end up getting more good threes in game 5. But if the Cavs were able to take them out of the rhythm that easily, I don't want to see what the Knicks are able to do, or I should say the Celtics should work harder to play at the pace they want to play at.
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with the Celtics, and this isn't to fall into the accurate warning that Joe Mazzulla put out that you need to give the other team their just due. At the same time, I look at it, and like you said, I think the Celtics got lucky. I think they got lucky that Cleveland didn't have enough firepower available to be able to beat them. I would have been floored if the Celtics, even with the way game 4 unfolded, if they had ultimately lost that one. And then we'd be talking about their first crunch time test this postseason going wrong and failing it. And that is a loud conversation that would unfold. And so to me, I think that's what happened there. Cleveland, I think these guys probably feel similarly to how they did going into game 4 in terms of empowerment and provided that Mitchell doesn't play, that would be my guess. We'll see. And so there's probably that. But at the same time, if the Celtics can just come out and throw the first punch, I think that will do the heavy lifting. And I'm not sure this iteration of the Cavaliers gets off the mat.
I agree. I mean, I said I didn't think the Cavs would punch back going into the playoffs with the Mitchell situation. I feel like I was wrong on that. I think Mitchell has shown that he's the only person on this Cavs team that has any juice in him. But I also agree with had they lost this game, man, would this have been an annoying 48 hours between game 4 and 5, because you would have had to hear all of the talk about the Celtics can't win in the clutch, finally play a clutch game, lose it. I mean, even with the win, you still have like Haslam going on ESPN and talking, which is just another good example of maybe not everybody needs to have a microphone in front of them. But nonetheless, he was there and he was like, they're not battle tested or whatever he said. And it's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. You can only play who's in front of you. And they won. They won the game. I thought they had some of the stretches in the game that I felt were like the best basketball they played of the season. It was just complete, and like both ends of the spectrum you got in that game. Absolute worst, absolute best. It was enough to win. Thank goodness.
Another thing here, very common topic as of late. Tillman's just not getting in the game. As much as everyone, literally every single human, says try Tillman, it just doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. Bobby, what are your thoughts?
I am prepared to be Charlie Brown going to kick the football as Lucy pulls it away. I think we're going to get a dose of Tillman tonight. It might be small. It might be only in the second quarter or end of the first, something like that. I think we're going to get a little bit of Tillman because Al Horford is exhausted and they were hunting him on defense. He looked at times like he was losing confidence in his shot. He rushed some opportunities in the post. They know they have to pace him. Yes, it's, hey, if we win today, we can get some time off, especially if Knicks Pacers goes 7. I still think the smart move is to control what you can and to manage Al tonight accordingly. So Luke Cornett stepped up and had a really good game for them in game 4. I think that putting Tillman in, even if it's for one shift, he was a part of that 12-4 run in the second quarter of game 2 when they lost. And that was their best brief stretch of basketball that night. So I would like to see Tillman out there.
I have no problem with Tillman getting run. I thought he had a good stretch of game 2 with the switch everything defense. They actually looked engaged at that part of the game. I also think Cornett is good enough where if you just want Al to rest and Cornett to play more minutes, that's also fine. I don't think Cornett seems to be somebody that gets tired. Anytime he's played extended minutes this year, he's played really well. I think we looked it up, Jack. He averages like 10 and 8 or something anytime he plays over 20 minutes. Something, or 8 and 8, something pretty respectable. He puts up good numbers, I swear. He looked good in game 4. I thought he was the best big guy on the floor for Boston. He made his presence known, was part of the biggest stretch of the game at right before halftime when Cavs had cut it to 1. Tatum runs pick and roll with him back-to-back plays, gets him back-to-back buckets, and he's just reliable. You can give him the ball into the basket. He's going to make the right decision, whether it's to dunk, kick it out. He's a menace on the glass. He's physical. He got you extra possessions in game 1, did so again in game 4, and he's just not afraid of the moment. And I think that trust Mazzulla has in him goes a long way, and it might not be something he has in Tillman yet. Whether or not he should actually have the trust in Tillman is another story, but I just don't think he does.
I think that's fair too. I think Cornett's been fine to where you can play him a little bit more in minutes. I think you should have to be really cautious of Al because he's so clearly just slower than he has been in years past, and that's fine. He's still great. He's still Al Horford, but you got to really, really be careful and make sure that he'll be all right.
Yeah, I think that the thing with Al trumps all. I think that Joe is aware that Tillman has proven himself defensively in the playoffs with the job he did on Anthony Davis, in particular last postseason. And I do agree that I think there's some offensive questions about Tillman from, it seems like Mazzulla in particular, that leads to him not getting opportunities as well as Cornett. At the same time, I think this game is a prime chance to do it. They're willing to go to him in game 2. I don't see why they wouldn't tonight.
Yeah, I think they should at least give him a chance. Bobby, how confident are you that they end this in 5?
I think tonight, at a minimum, it should be like, I'm someone who's big on entertaining all the options on the table. I think this one, the overwhelming favorite for most likely outcome is that this game is a blowout, or at least a convincing win by the time the fourth quarter is ticking down. So to me, again, I think the Celtics can do the heavy lifting here right at the start of the game. If they throw the first punch, this version of the Cavaliers, especially if Mitchell and Allen are out, Karis LeVert is on the injury report too. He's questionable with a bone bruise in his left knee. So if the Celtics are able to be the team that gets off to a forcefully better start, then I don't think Cleveland gets off the mat.
I would love a blowout, as everybody already knew. They should go out and blow the doors off this team. They did it in game 5 against Miami. In that series, they were coming back after losing game 2, and I was like, well, I don't know how secure we should all feel because they don't necessarily treat the Garden like a fortress anymore, or defend it like a fortress. But I just think Cleveland is depleted. These guys don't have a ton to play for right now. Celtics do have the rest card that they would like to keep in their back pocket where they can go into the next series having sat out for a week. Clearly helped them going into the Cleveland series. They came out in game 1 and dominated. They aren't somebody you should worry about getting rusty in that little window. So go out, take care of business tonight, please, and hope for a 7-game series. I really don't want to watch a game on Sunday.
Would be nice. And I know Bobby and I don't want to go back to Cleveland. I think Cleveland was great, but just the Wallets don't want that. Anyways, is there anything else we wanted to go over before we get to trivia, Bobby? All right, Sam, you good? Shall we?
They shafted me with the tickets.
You didn't get tickets?
You have to have an American Express to be on this pre-sale. I have to wait till noon. I'm not getting my tickets.
That's whack.
Secondhand market, though.
Oh, I'm cooked. Not cheap on this.
Fair enough.
All right. Let me open up the sheet and put the question in. I do have the question. I just need to type it and set it up, etc. Let's see here. All right. I'm rusty. I haven't done trivia in a while. We're at 4-4 though. So I just need to. Okay, so
Cleveland does rock, by the way. We had a great time on the trip.
Yeah.
We did not go to Canton, Ohio, Tom. That would have been sick too, though.
No, my dad was saying that.
Next time.
Just for the Football Hall of Fame, or what else is there? Am I an idiot?
Football Hall of Fame.
All right. So I'm just making sure I have all the parameters I put in here. So Jaylen Brown is killing it in the playoffs so far. Shooting really well. He has like one of the best field goal percentages in the league. So my question is, what is the best field goal percentage by a Celtic in a single playoff game since 2014 with a minimum of 5 field goal attempts? Simple. Best field goal percentage by a Celtic in a playoff game since 2014 with at least 5 attempts.
Luke Cornett.
Just my guess.
All righty. All right.
Rob will
round up. Is it gonna round up on me, or am I good? Okay, we're good. It did. So I just have to put the back parentheses. Sure. All right. Robert Williams.
That a boy.
Minimum 5.
All right, let's do this.
I guess I'll keep that guess, actually. I'm going to guess Pritchard.
Alrighty. Bobby?
We're pondering. Let's go with Al.
Two for two.
Love to see it.
It's tough. Guess I'll guess Amir Johnson.
He did enter the mind.
Not bad.
Respect.
What number is that? Is that 7 of 8?
Yeah. 7 of 8. Chats are off, right? Just checking.
Yeah,
I assume.
that's off. Sam Hauser.
Mm.
Didn't love that response. Didn't love that answer.
Good answer.
How dare you?
I guess Baines.
I like that guess.
You're nothing if not consistent.
Just putting out really solid guesses, but nothing like knock your socks off good.
Just return the ball over the net.
Yeah.
I have one that would really suck if he, because I don't like the individual. Yeah, why not? Ennis Freedom. The canter. Wow. For someone who does his work so close to the basket. He would get run during the bubble while getting torched on defense.
This is a tough spot. This is very close.
It's very close.
I may need a moment.
Fair enough.
Can we guess Jalen Jack or no?
You can guess whatever you want.
Let me guess Jalen.
Game's not over.
That sucks.
Got to be at least 5 field goals attempts, Pete. So some of those like last second guys might not be as yeah. Eli, Jalen's 90% game was 2019. He shot 8 of 9 in a win over Indiana.
This is a torture chamber.
Sorry that it's a long stay in the
okay.
torture chamber.
It's fine. I can't believe this with the tickets. 12? I gotta wait for an American Express pre-sale. That is awful.
Got you, Eli.
I have 2 people in particular that we're probably down to.
You can speak out loud. No one's going to take it.
That's very true. The name that I'm most tempted to guess is actually Brad Wanamaker. And then I'm also looking. I'm going to keep these internal for now. I'm looking at Grant Williams is on the table. There's a few others. Trying to think, like, did Avery Bradley just go unconscious one time, but I would think the volume suggests that's not a good guess. I can't remember exactly what Grant Williams shot in that Game 7, or if there's something else that was smaller sample where he was like 4 for 5. I'm going to go with Wanamaker for the win. And it was not.
Not going to get it there. You got to follow the numbers, Bobby. Who got you the 2000s?
Was
starting
Tice
centers?
Good answer.
Daniel Tice, 1000. Starting centers was the key.
I had Tice in my back pocket the whole time, but I was like, well, he shot threes.
No,
I considered him early, but we pivoted.
Daniel Tice.
Was he the only one?
Yeah, he was the only one that would have gotten it done.
I really almost guessed him last, but I was shook.
Other good answers. Jay Crowder had an 833 game.
I did consider him.
Greg Monroe up there. Jabari Parker.
Greg Monroe crossed my mind.
Tristan Thompson. Avery Bradley would have got you 7.75. Tatum, Derek White up there. Same thing with Thompson. Marcus Smart. So, a lot of the starters had good games. Drew Holiday.
Was Jalen the best non-1000?
Yeah. Him and Horford tied. But Horford also
big time, yes.
So. All right. There we go. Sam up 1-0.
I immediately regretted the Hauser guess.
The Freedom one was tough.
Accurate, Eli. Yeah, that sucked too.
All right, let's see. Let me pull.
I ended up with a surprising amount of people from the bubble.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Son of an actor who played Huggy Bear on Starsky and Hutch, this Raiders fullback / running back totaled over 3,300 rushing yards from 03 to 09.
I got nothing.
I have no idea who this is.
Pull it up one more time.
Yeah. No idea.
No.
We can wait for the chat. MLB. Jones Figgins played 6 different defensive positions, stole 341 bases. This is American League franchise from 02 to 09. The Angels, right?
Yes, sir.
I did not know that one.
I think his name is Sean, but I always said Choni. Maybe Choni? I don't know. After more than a decade in Europe, legendary U.S. goalkeeper Tim Howard returned to the MLS and played 100 games for this Western Conference team from 2016 to 2019.
Colorado.
Chat.
I don't know. I think it's Colorado.
The Rapids? Is that them?
Yep.
All right. Respect.
Well done.
Wow. While most people associate Hollywood with California, there's a city named Hollywood with over 150,000 people that is located in the Eastern Time Zone state.
Florida.
Yeah, there's Hollywood, Florida.
Celebrity mashup. I have no idea.
I don't know who that is.
It's distinct too.
Yeah, I have no idea who this is.
The Florida's coming pouring into the chat.
Yeah, shut up, Richard. I saw that Shane Larkin clip. Yeah, I have no
I actually
idea.
thought about saying Larkin in the guessing game.
I considered him. Him and Wanamaker go hand in hand.
You
Like
got
Bradley
me.
and Jay Crowder.
62.5. Guards just
Bill Simmons is funny.
Guards just weren't good. Snacks and candy with chocolate coated bottom and chocolate drizzle top. Fudge stripe cookies are
Keebler.
produced by the snack brand.
Keebler.
Alexandra Daddario, Connie Britton, Sydney Sweeney, and Steve Zahn all had roles in the first season of this HBO anthology series in 2021.
White Lotus? Because, yeah, Euphoria was before that, right? Had to be.
Sure.
Yeah.
No idea what that is.
I
In
like
this
Lotus is a
2008,
good show, at least the first season.
In this 2008 romantic comedy, James Marsden is a news reporter and a romantic cynic who falls for a recurring bridesmaid played by Katherine Heigl. No idea.
I have no idea.
Nothing.
I don't know.
After getting commercial success for his 2012 song "Pop That," this Moroccan-American rapper had a top 5 hit with his 2017 song "Unforgettable."
French Montana.
Sure. Nice.
Oh,
Got you.
I have no idea on
I
the
know
rest of
that.
these.
Yeah, we're cooked.
I have a guess for the fullback, but
What do you
I'm
think?
not confident enough in it.
What is it?
The son of the actor. I would think that it's Tyrone Wheatley, but I'm not sure if he played all the way until 2009.
How do you spell it?
Yeah, that would
I'm
be
going. I had nothing else. We had nothing else.
it. All right.
Celebrity one is tough.
Yeah, I have no idea what this is. I have genuinely no idea.
I don't think it's Bill Simmons. The face. I don't know.
I don't think they're coming with Bill Simmons on this.
No. And I have no idea what this is either. We can guess bridesmaids because I don't know anything else. I'm down to just give up. I have no even semblance of a clue.
My second guess for the running back is Lamont Jordan.
Justin Fargas.
I don't know who that is.
Never. Celebrity matchup. Hugh Grant and Joe Manga.
I know the guy who was with Sofia Vergara.
He's Flash Thompson in the original Spider-Man. Wouldn't want to
There
fight
we
me.
go.
Never. How'd you not get it then?
Yeah, Sam, that's your
He
corner.
looks different.
What are we
He was
doing?
playing a high schooler then. Now he has a gray part of his beard.
27 dresses. Yeah, no chance. We were cooked. It was
Wasn't
Jover.
happening.
All right. Well, we tried. That's tough today. Anyways, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you very much for watching. Bobby, any final thoughts?
We are on to Game 5. Let there not be a return trip to Cleveland.
Yes, sir. Thank you for tuning in. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll let Sam wrap it up.
If there's a Game 6, you know how mad I'm going to be. I want to go to the movies on Friday. I don't want to watch a game. Get out of here with that. Also, why is there 3 days between, not, you know what I mean, 3-day gap between Game 5 and 6 in the New York series? They don't play till Friday. Stupid. Very stupid.
Idea.
Strange.
All right. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our daily uploads. We had a video go up this morning. We have full pods coming out Tuesday, Thursday, and Sundays. We have game recaps morning after, so we'll be here tomorrow with a pod with a little game recap built into it. Talkin' Seas is live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings with Bobby. Big shout out to him. Follow him on Twitter at Bobby Kravitsky. You can find his work for Inside the Celtics, part of SI Media. You can also find Celtics the Roundtable here. I think we're going to do around 6 tomorrow. So we're doing? It'll be tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow at some point.
Tomorrow,
We'll
probably
figure it
6 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll be here. And pregame. You can find us on Spotify and Apple too. Follow us there for full pods and game recaps. They'll go right into your feed. Leave a 5-star review. We'd appreciate that. You can email us, hbtcpod@gmail.com. We're recording later today, so if you want to get those last-second thoughts in, go ahead, send us an email. We'll definitely read it on the show. You can find us on socials at How About Them C's, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook's just the name of the pod. Our streams are there. They're on YouTube, and they're on Twitter. Jack's Twitter is at Jack Simone NBA. Bobby's is at Bobby Kravitsky. Mine is at Sam LaFrance NBA. It's it for us. Bye.